either keeping the guys up or changing style of play you're going to go at in the third period?
Well, I think it was a real strange game. The game didn't have a lot of flow to it either way, I thought. Um, it was just kind of it was a strange game. Um, even giving up the goals that we gave up, we pretty much killed off that 5-on-3, and they got a break on a bounce on a loose puck, and even after those 2 goals, I think that there was enough good things that we were doing to keep us motivated. Um, I thought the last 6 or 7 minutes of the second period, we really had some great opportunities to to close the gap there, and we kind of built off that coming into the third period. Go ahead.
How difficult does that make a flow to establish for either team when there are so many penalties? Regardless of obviously the goal made a bigger difference, but when you see a penalty every couple minutes, how difficult does that make it?
Well, I think players, from a game standpoint, it's hard to just find the standard. So it's hard to adjust how you're going to compete a little bit. But again, I mean, it's adversity that you have to learn to play through, and I thought that we did that. Again, we had a couple power play opportunities and a couple really good opportunities. I thought their goalie made some great saves, but then, we really battled for those last 2 goals. It, really showed a lot of heart.
Speaking of that heart, and Luke had mentioned the character that it kind of showed out of the room. Just your thoughts on what kind of things that reflects, for the team to be able to come back from being down 3-1.
Well, I mean, again, I think that first of all, you have to do a bunch of little things or be good at doing little things to give yourself a chance, and that's what I credit our hockey team with doing. I mean, when you work hard and you come to the rink and you try to do the right things, you're going to get opportunities, and those guys that were in there, I thought, worked hard to deserve that. It was a huge 4-point weekend for us. There's no doubt about that. To stay, we want to stay with the pack here. And again, it comes down to timing. We took advantage of some opportunities, and it put us in the hockey game. And then, the rest, when it's tied, you just try to take care of it and give yourself the best chance when it opens up.
Would you say that it's, as far as which was the bigger challenge, surviving that 5-minute game, the major that to Gaudette, or losing him for the game because of that?
Well, I think there's no doubt losing him for the game. I thought that, he was one of our best players at that point. I mean, the guy competes and he works hard every day, and he was creating and doing a lot of things, credit for the first goal, and, he had a really strong game going. I mean, he kind of got caught in a sticky situation. I know his intent wasn't to maybe, have the result, but when you're competing and you're challenging for loose pucks, those things will happen. So, the biggest challenge was losing them. I mean, obviously we were down to 3 lines. Now that puts us at 2.5, and you got to rely on guys to pick up that slack.